Hello YouTubers. Today's video will be about a Galaxy Watch. So I currently have the Galaxy Watch Active 2. It's a very good. I've had it for several years. Works fine. I enjoy it. It doesn't have a lot of apps or anything else to go along with it, so it's not really very powerful, but it does the basics, and especially on some of the health things that I'm interested in. However, the Galaxy Watch Watch 5, to me, is the next step I'd like to take. So we're going to unbox it and set it up, and then in a couple of months we'll do a review on it. So I'm excited and looking forward to this watch, and let's see what you think. So here is my Galaxy Watch 5 from Samsung. I did buy this directly from Samsung. My cost, and I'll show you the receipt. I think I can make a copy and show it to you. Was $127. Well, you could see the invoice here, and what's interesting about it is you could see the end price, the $127. There was a $50 instant rebate, so I got that. There was a $70 trade-in for my Galaxy Watch Active 2, and they took that off immediately, so it wasn't one of those where I had to return it first. So that was good. So I got those instantly. There were several other rebates or reductions that I got, and I kind of can't remember what they were, but you could see here at the end of the day what the price was. So I encourage you to look closely at the Samsung site, which is where I ordered this from, and see what the current situation is, and maybe you could find a really good deal. So let's see what we have here. And the box is not much to it, not any information really on the box. It's as plain as it could be. And this is the box I'll be using to return my Galaxy Watch Active 2. So here we go. Let's see what we've got. The unveiling. Nice, simple packaging, by the way. And inside here, it looks like we have, I'll open this down here on the bottom, and we'll open this here on the top. And let's see what we can find in here. Here's our quick start and terms and conditions. Let's put that right over here. On the bottom, I'm going to assume our charger is going to be in here somewhere. I also have a Samsung wireless charger, and though I'm not positive, I assume this will work on that. There is nothing else inside. It was just that and that particular box there. And this is, in fact, the charger. So this is a USB-C connector, and here is the charger right here, which when we look at it, I'm sure we're going to find out that's got a magnetic piece there. So let's put that over there, and let's get to the star of the show. And the star of the show is our Galaxy Watch I'm sorry, not active anymore, our Galaxy Watch 5. And before we do much more, let me take off my Watch Active. They should both be the same face size. I got the 40 millimeter face. I just don't like something very, very large. So here's the two watches next to each other. This is the Watch Active here, and this is the brand new Galaxy Watch 5. So you could see that almost exactly the same. Looks like the band itself might be just slightly shorter. The face is about the same. Look at the back here, and here is the Watch Active 2. And here is the Galaxy Watch 5. You could see there's obviously more items in here. There's more there's more sensors, etc. inside of this, so that's neat. It does not have the rotary outside. There are 2 buttons here. Nothing at all on this side, so it's nice and clean there. I like the round rather than the square or rectangular, so that works fine with me. And I think it looks really good. It looks sharp. The face is flat here, so it's not rounded. Comes up and then it's flat. And it looks like the band is very similar, so it looks like it's an easy band to put in, take off. And so here we go. So let's see what the next step is. The first thing you need to know is that there is no adapter, no plug that comes with the charger. So make sure that you know that you need to plug this into a C power adapter. For instance, like this is not a C, so that's not going to work. So I need to go find my C adapter, and I'll be back. So my Type C plug I cannot find. So at this point, all I'm going to do is I'm plugging it into my my Pixel phone, and let's go ahead and at least see. I'm assuming it'll work from this for now. I did test it on my Samsung wireless charger, and it did work on that. I don't know if you could see this, but there is a little lightning bolt here, so it's getting some trickle power, not much from there. Let's see what we've got. So we've got 56% that the watch came with. So when you get your watch, remember that you're going to need some sort of connector that is a Type C, and then we'll go from there. So we'll continue looking here at our quick start guide. So the first step is to charge the battery, which is what we're doing. Then it says press and hold the power home key for a few seconds. So the power home key is the top key here, and because there's 56%, I'm going to assume we're okay. So I'm going to take it off here for now. Let's go to the top key and hold for a few seconds. Here we go, Samsung. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to let that set up, and it is turning itself on for the first time. Download the Galaxy wearable app. I have already done that because I have already have a watch. You can see it says welcome. Let me hold it up here. Galaxy Watch, get started in the Galaxy Wear app on your phone. So let me go to the Galaxy Wear app on my phone. So here's the app called the Galaxy Wear app. Mine is the Galaxy Watch Active. So let's see if that'll work. All right, so I'm going to go to Add New Device here, and I know that the screen is a little bright. I am going to go to Add New Device. Let's try that. Add New Device. You don't have any recent backups, so it wants me to back up my device, and I'm going to do that. Here we go. Let's go to the menu, and now we'll add a new device. And let's see if it finds our new watch. I've done nothing other than turn the watch on, and it does say Galaxy Watch 5. So I want to add that watch. Pairing request, let's go ahead and do that. So I do have a request on my phone to pair, and I have done that. So this says check your phone to complete setup. Galaxy Wearable uses these permissions. Phone, of course, contacts, SMS, calendar, and call logs. I do want to continue with that. Allow wearable to access your watch. Yes. Install Galaxy Watch 5 Manager. Absolutely. And so this is coming out of this is an Android, obviously, since it's a Pixel. And this is coming out of the Play Store. So I'm going to click Install, and we'll be back. The next thing that's come up is sign in for more features, Samsung Health. Which I do have an account, backup and restore. So let me see if I can get my data from my old watch. And of course, find my watch. So let me go ahead and sign in. Okay, it's getting the watch ready now. What I've done is I use two-step verification, 2FA, it's better known as. So I had to do a lot of clicks to allow and to have certain data be available. I've done all of that, and now it's getting Google account info. So the next thing it had me do was I had to sign into my Google account, so I've gone ahead and done that. And now the next step is select the apps for your watch. I'll do this the first time, but I'm going to do a review in a few months, and between now and then I'm sure I'll add and delete some apps. So I'm going to install it on your device. It's already got a bunch. I'm going to take the recommended for watches. So you can see what's recommended is I do use Microsoft Outlook, Google Camera, Spotify, Google Home, AccuWeather, SmartThings. So we'll start with those, and I know a couple already I'll be taking off. So let's continue. And again, the apps are a big thing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and over time add apps so that when you see the review, it'll make more sense. So it says choose which data to restore. I only have data from one watch, which was my Galaxy Watch Active. So I'm going to tell it I want to restore that. So what it's telling me is that there's a couple of things that can't be restored. And it says because the watch you selected uses a different operating system, some of the data, such as settings, can't be restored. So we'll just kind of go along with this and see what happens. The watch still says, check your phone to complete setup. All right, let's go to the next step. First of all, you see the watch battery is still 54%, so I'm okay there. Next step, watch faces. Why don't we go ahead and do that together? And this will probably change many, many times between now and when I do my review, but let's go ahead and pick one for now. Okay, I'm going to be really boring. This is the existing face I have. I'm going to keep the same face for now, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to change it. But let's go ahead and do that. All right, I've thrown you a bit of a curve here. I've actually downloaded this watch face, which is under Classic and called Premium Analog. Here's the apps screen here. So those are all the apps that are with it. App info, stopwatch. So it shows you all those. Here's the featured apps. I'm going to put Google Wallet on there because I actually use that a lot. My radar for weather. So a lot of these I'm going to go ahead and add and use. Some I'm going to take off because I don't use it all. So next up, we've already done watch faces. We did the app screen. We have tiles. Let's take a look at the tiles here. And so we've done tiles, and then there's a quick panel. Touch and hold to reorder button. So I'll go ahead and do that. And again, you'll see that in the review. I'm not quite ready to do that yet. My watch is finally set up, and I mean finally because it took me hours. How much was user error on my fault, on my side? I don't know. I had difficulty in the actual pairing connection using my phone, the Bluetooth connection. So that was a really big issue. I do need to mention this band has turned out to be somewhat of an issue for me because though it looks like it's not that much shorter, it was a pretty big problem for me getting it on. So I'm going to have to do something about that band. I'm going to do a little bit of a summary shortly, and I'll also show you the app here on the phone. Just going to give you a quick look here at the Galaxy Wear app. So you could see here, this is what the app looks like on my Android phone when I open it. This is my current watch face. It shows me the battery status as of right now. And let's look at the different watch faces. So You can go here and you could look at all the different watch faces that they have, and there are a lot. A second thing you should do is go to the apps screen. These are all the apps that are on the watch, and you could take them off. You could move them around so you can hold it, and I'll just pick one here. You can hold it and move it around and put it in a different spot. You should note that some of them, the maps and maybe wallet, assistant, you'll have to go to the Play Store here on the apps screen, and you'll have to use that and download. It's relatively easy to do. And now we could see that the next thing are tiles, and when you slide from right to left, you'll see tiles. The tiles are here. And so these are the different tiles. So as I go across my phone and swipe from right to left, these are the tiles that I currently have. And as you could see, I could change them. I could reduce them, delete them, do whatever I want with them. But this gives you a pretty good idea of what I currently have, and I'll change it. There are a couple, which we'll talk about in the review, that don't work with a non-Samsung phone, and I have a Pixel 7, and so those are not going to work, and that's too bad. Quick panel. Let's take a quick look at the quick panel, and you could stop, you could make changes, you could turn things on and off, you can go to Do Not Disturb right away. So there's a number of things that you could do on the quick panel. And of course, as always, you could, in this case, there's 3 quick panels. You could take things out of it if you want. Some nice things, you're in a theater, you want to put it in theater mode so it doesn't light up, so it doesn't go off, etc. So that's a very, very quick look for you at the app. By the way, the Find My Watch is really nice compared to the fact that I didn't really have one before. So I'm going to put this up to the microphone, but when I tap start here, it's time to summarize for you. Number 1, be very patient for your connection. I had lots and lots and lots of trouble with my connection. I had to redo it several times. The other thing that I'm just going to mention quickly here is be very patient also with your notifications. I got so upset that notifications were not happening that I kept resetting the watch and starting from scratch. And at the end of the day, it turned out I didn't need to do that. It just took time. So within a couple of hours, the notifications began to work, and they worked very well to the point where right now they are perfect. I'm happy with the notifications, and that worked well. But patience is really important, and go step by step. Don't skip anything. Next up for me was I got the 40 millimeter smaller face on purpose, and the band actually is presenting a problem. I'm probably going to use the band from my old watch because this one is just a little bit too short. So though it didn't look that bad, it did eventually present the problem. Next up, please remember that there's not a plug included in the box. So you get your C to C connection, but you don't get a plug for it. So you need to know that, and hopefully you've got one already. When you set up your watch, the first thing you should do is set up your watch face. As I showed you, there's a lot to choose from. And take your time and be careful with your complications. They're really good. I use mine a lot. Easy. It's a quick peek at what's going on. So remember, focus on your complications along with the watch face. There's a few Google Play Store or Google items that I really use, and I use a lot, that are not part of the original Galaxy Watch 5. So remember, you need to go to the Play Store app. It's on the watch, and it's pretty simple to do. Is using that, you can go to the store and get Google Maps, Google Wallet, In my case, I got Google Assistant, which I actually use on the watch a lot, and I made it one of my quick buttons. And I took off some of the ones on there that I would not use. You can't really take some off, like, for instance, Bixby and Samsung Pay, but you can at least disable them. The Wear app is really easy to use. It's great. I had no issues whatsoever with it. What a great way to both set up and maintain your watch once you have it the way you'd like it. And you can make changes constantly on it. Sometime in the next month or so, maybe month and a half, I'll do a review of the watch after I'm comfortable with it and I've had some time to use it. So keep watching for that if you're interested in the Galaxy Watch 5. Let me summarize here with my apology. I don't like making 20-minute YouTube, so I'm sorry for that. But in this case, I wanted to be a little bit more detailed. I hope you appreciate that. I should mention, if you use Samsung Pay, if you use Bixby, it makes life a lot easier. I just don't use either of those, but if you do, that's great. And overall, so far, I've only had the watch for a little over a day. Everything's going well with it, and it has gotten so good on its notifications, the ability for me to read and to see what's on there, and taking even little thumbnail clips with some of my cameras. It's just been excellent. So we'll see what happens when I get back to you in right around a month. Take care.